Check, check. Should be live. Hi. Saturday afternoon at 4:14 p.m. The Kentucky Derby is here in a little bit. I have it on the TV in the background. There's some background noise. I'm going to review, I'm just checking my connections and audio real quick. I'm going to review Ubuntu 24. I'm going to read through the Twitch API, developer API, how to programmatically interact with Twitch. I'm very interested in and utilizing this API for some interesting stuff. I'm building a page. It's for myself, side project kind of thing where I'm just pulling in different data from various APIs, and depending on time of day and what's going on in the world, it's going to update my little feed, and I'm going to automatically store different resources, different links that come through that feed from various APIs, store references to those in a database. Fun little project. I already have something kind of like it. You could almost think of it like an personal RSS feed. It's not exactly using RSS, but I have some bigger. It's sort of an exploratory project for something more that I want to build out of that. And there's some somewhat newer technologies that I'm going to utilize, and I want something good to try out with it. One is a Scala database platform and engine, and I might actually end up going and just reviewing that a little bit as well, since I mentioned it. This is how these streams are going to go. It's like, oh, I mentioned it, thought about it, can review some stuff. The 150th Kentucky Derby, though. Pretty cool. I am not native to Kentucky, but I reside in Kentucky. It's huge around here. Just imagine. I should be there at Churchill Downs today. I should. I don't imagine that there'll be people coming into this stream, but it'll be saved and as a video. I might cut some videos out of it. So if you look back in the future, today's May 4th, Saturday, 2024. You look back in the future, or you look back from the future watching this video. Hey, future me, or future viewers. My username is Haxxr492. That's HAXXR492. It's the same on Twitch. It's the same on Twitter. It's the same on TikTok. I'm just starting to create content and stream. I'm going to be streaming on Twitter, or I'm going to be streaming on Twitch every day for hours, doing all my work on there, making some interesting software projects, live coding, learning on the spot. I'm hoping as I gain an audience, I can help others learn as well and learn from them. So teaching and learning, collaborating with others on interesting things. So yeah, check out other channels and things like that. I'm on YouTube. I'm primarily going to do like daily recaps. This is what I did today. I streamed on Twitch. I'm going to cut videos out of those. Tonight and the rest of this weekend, I'll be learning to edit videos and do post-production work. Part of that is I've learned so far is staying organized, having your media files in one place with good naming conventions, and not letting too much raw content from live streams build up before you can do something with it. So staying organized and staying on task, having clear goals and subject matter. Like I'm going to cut this video on this topic that I talked about. And I apologize, I am a little distracted watching these horses race. They're not racing yet, but it's like a clip. Okay. There is a stream. There's a live stream right here. Whoops, I didn't not.
Ya él tiene, todo viene correcto. 1900 metros. Le dan.
I want to get banned on YouTube on day one. So I've streamed on Twitch last couple days. First time ever. Didn't know anything about Twitch. I knew some about Twitch, but I wasn't a user, wasn't a streamer. So I'm learning to stream. Learning to, not that there's anything to it other than just small technical details, but I'm learning the culture. I'm learning how to different avenues of promoting yourself and content. There's a lot to Twitch. There's a lot to Twitch. That's why I'm also going to review Twitch API today. It's more interesting to me than I can get these UI widgets, make my channel look cool, brand it, things like that. There's some really interesting ways to monetize the channel, but then there's just the user base is really interesting. It's very exciting. It's very fun. I ended up watching like 3 or 4 different like DJs in their living rooms. They got this awesome DJ setup, lights, and you're watching somebody. They're bringing the music to you, the party to you. It was awesome. I was writing code last night, and I got my own personal DJ. Just like, I mean, they were knocking it out of the park. It was great. I'm not like a huge gamer. I have a son I'll play games with and things. I'd rather be creating and writing and studying and reading, and I like a good game though. But I'm not like going to be a game streamer or you know what I mean. Okay. I'm using OBS. I'm on Linux. This is the Linux I'm using on this machine is Linux Mint. This is an old laptop. I've had it crash on me multiple times today because I thought that, hey, I'm going to stream Spotify while playing other video, while having 5 other things running. Right now I just have OBS and the browser running. And things are smooth. Things are smooth rolling. I haven't checked the stream for lag or as far as just now to monitor the other end. I had issues earlier with this laptop. So I'm not using my better one. Ubuntu 24 leads us to this. I had just gone from Ubuntu 22 to 23 a little over a month ago. Now we're at 24. I had been having some issues with 23. Finally got things sorted out. I had some mismatched packages, versions. If you're a Linux user, you're new to Linux, you want to get into Linux, it's amazing, and it's amazing community, amazing software. Sometimes though, there's just little hiccups. You got to push through them, and you have to know how to push through them, what to look for, the right questions to ask. So I had like 4 different operating systems. I had 4 different Linux distros on this one laptop. 3 were way outdated. The Ubuntu was at 23. So I got rid of the 3 other distros on it. I spent hours today doing this, backing up files, putting files in the cloud, erasing partitions for the other distros, getting down to the 1, and then updating to 24. And I'm actually, right now on my screen, on my big monitor. It's like over here. It's at 39% KDE Neon distro is at 39% installing updates because it's done a complete upgrade. And so it has normal Ubuntu on it that runs Plasma Desktop, and then this distro is KDE Neon, which is a really nice. It's really nice. It seems less resource heavy than Ubuntu, and I found that sometimes I've had this machine for a while. There's something going on with it, and the Ubuntu distro, something is corrupt in their memory, or I might have a disk problem where the wrong combination of things running just spikes the CPU to like 90%, and the fan is just spinning and spinning. But I can start up like KDE Neon or even the Linux Mint that I had on it. It's like, hey, the CPU's not spiking, the fan's not spinning 100% of the time, it's not getting hot. So I'm like, so what's up with this Ubuntu? I never really took the time to like profile that to get it down to, troubleshoot the problem. But I realized something, like, I was like, no, it can't work like this, because I was trying to, multiple times I've tried to stream from that laptop, which was just fine, successful. I streamed for 5 hours yesterday. Nothing crashed. Today I streamed for like 3 minutes. I opened like the system manager or something, and it just halted everything. The audio started like backing up, like it was caught in it was like a loop, and everything just, I had like no keyboard or mouse input, just had to like hard reboot. It's like, you can't do that. So in the next month, I'm going to get some gear. I'm going to get some equipment. I normally don't do a lot of multimedia work or video work. Video and video editing is going to be my biggest obstacle. Not obstacle, learning opportunity. Never done really any like video production work. I've done a lot of audio stuff, never any video production type work or video editors. I'm still trying to figure out what software to learn for producing videos. I used Blender the other day because I've used Blender a little bit, not for editing videos. I just want something simple. It's like take an audio track, video track, sync them up, cut footage out, put footage in, learn to do like overlays, cool overlays, and things like that. So, what are we going to do? I'm going to turn, I know what I'm doing before I really get going here. I'm going to check the video and audio quality. Maybe I need to turn microphone up. Maybe I need to turn TV down. Exciting times with the horse races, though. Believe it or not, there are horse races every day all over the world. Most of the population do not realize that. Huge industry. Just people pay attention when it's the Derby. So I've got a different headphone in. I'm going to check the stream on my phone. If you're watching this, I won't leave you hanging for a second. It's like radio. I know dead air is bad. I saw a video once where all the jockeys and the horses are lined up, and there's a name for it, the gate, like running out the gates when they start, and the two horses are next to each other, and like one just like kind of shook his head over, hit the jockey next to him in the head, like in his helmet, and he like kind of slipped sideways, and he grabbed onto the wall next to him in the little gates, and then right then the gun to fire for the race to start goes off, and the horse takes off right out from underneath him, and he's like hanging onto this wall. So the horse takes off and wins the race without the jockey on him. The poor jockey, I know, but it's a funny video. Funny video. Okay, it does show me live on here. That's good. Oh. Well, here I am listening to my self-talk. So yeah, right now the jockeys they're bringing the horses out. They call this there's a name for this. They go around the track once everybody gets a good look at them. The TV is loud in the background. I'm just gonna basically turn it almost all the way down. I only care about the 2-minute race. I think it sounds okay. It's tough to tell from a phone. I'm gonna mute the mic, unplug my mic because it has headphones. I'm gonna plug it into this. So just a second. All right, I guess I'm just gonna go with it. I think it's okay. If you're watching this someday in the future, you can comment in there and say, yeah, it actually was kind of horrible. It's all right for now. It's a good yawn. Excuse me. I ate a lot. I had a really, really large lunch and kind of settled in. I'm tired. I've been up a long time. So this isn't the Derby race right now, but there is a race right now. They run a few before the final race. I'm turning this back up. This is race 10, Churchill Downs. It's wild, you can hear them. I don't know if they have like microphones out there on the track to where you get the rumble effect. Young pilot. Oh, he pulled way ahead. I think they're saying young pilot. Here, I'll pull it up on. I don't want to play someone else's video. for streaming this. It's a good day to be like a horse race streamer. It's like the Super Bowl. It's like the Super Bowl, except there's, I think there's 12 horses. Now there's, I don't know how many horses run in the Derby. One of them scratched. Scratch is like they had a place, they had a placing, and then for one reason or another, the horse isn't racing. How many horses run in the Derby? A max of 20, which is a lot at once. I heard him saying earlier that's no other races don't have that many. Like up to 15, 20, they don't have that many. It's usually less. Oh, Gun Pilot, not Young Pilot. Gun Pilot, the horse just won that one. Race 10. Yep, still streaming. Okay. Yeah, streaming just fine and have no... Oh, shoot, I just clicked the X on OBS. Please don't close. Please don't close. Please don't close on me. Just as I'm like, yeah, no problems. Okay, it didn't close. Jeez. All good. Turn this down to commercials. So you are watching this. I am going to get into doing what I was going to do. It's exciting though. Good old Derby Day. It's race 10. Derby. Today. Someone just won a lot of money on that. Guarantee it. Here's the Athletic live tracker, post time, and odds. I've seen some cool apps and software that model the horses in real time on races, like a little animation of them all running around the tracks, like in real time. It's actually like it's modeled after an actual race that's happening at the moment. Pretty cool. That's on a lot of the newer horse race betting apps and things like that, which is blown up, like sports betting's blown up in the United States the last few years a lot. You see commercials all the time. Sportsbook, DraftKings. Here there's like horse racing apps. I think this is called the infield. Like this is like you go there. Yeah, this is like the infield area. And the hats. Ladies in their gorgeous derby hats, and the men in their slick suits and top hats, and a lot of history. This is the 150th Kentucky Derby. Pretty cool. All right. $12. So if you would have bet on Gun Pilot in race 10, $1 you would have won. It's 5 to 1. I don't know how those odds are. You would have won $12.68 per dollar. Is that right? Well, I'm probably wrong about that. I was just reading the stats. Okay. So DB. We learned how many max of 20 horses. Twitch API. Here's what I'm doing. I'm learning to stream, learning to create content. I'm finding my approach. I'm finding, working to gain and find an audience, and find what that audience, what type of content they're looking for. I'd like to do web development videos, tutorials. There's a lot out there, so I think I need like a unique approach. And I think that's hands-on live coding and projects, and then collaboration, real-time collaboration. If you're a student or you're somebody wanting to learn the best way, it's like, well, you know what? Hey, let's pair program. Let's pair program live. Let's go find an open source project. Find out where there's open issues and room to help and be a contributor, and find, small low-lying fruit issues, and just like, pull down the code base, learn to build it, make a change, learn to run the tests, make sure it's a valuable commit. That also gets, if you have no experience working with Git and GitHub and collaborating with complete strangers who are developers, that gets you out of your comfort zone to start communicating with other software engineers and product people and designers, without having it be a part of like your career or job where you have a boss. You're on your own. You're at a hobbyist level, and at a not even hobbyist level, I can't think of the right word, as a practitioner, either hobbyist or practitioner. At that level, you're able to, there's no lack of opportunity to help out projects for software that you either use, you find interesting. Maybe there's something you want to learn, a certain language, so you find, let's say you want to learn the Go programming language and you like music. What you do is you learn the basics of Go, and then you go and look up open source projects written in Go, and you start reading through their code, and look how it's organized, look how the tests are written and organized, and you read that code and you try to really understand what it's doing, what its intent is. Let's say, and if it has, let's say that the code base that you're reading through is something like super boring that you don't have a interest in. Well, let's say you really like music, or you're a musician, and you have experience with like maybe audio recording software. Go find, no pun intended, seek out a open source library written in Go that handles audio streams and signal processing, and specifically for audio, and look at how those signals, and then you have a context on it, you have something you're interested in, and say, wow, that's interesting. You're taking an input stream that's audio signals, and it gets encoded in this audio file format, and so you can really learn. You have a context of something. You're not just learning the Go programming language. You're learning about these audio codecs. You're learning about inputs and outputs, audio input and output, and from different devices. If you're learning JavaScript and you're into music, there is the Web Audio API. Really cool stuff there. You can go to MDN, Microsoft Developer Network, and look up. So anyone who, anytime I've ever seen someone, I'm learning JavaScript, or I want to learn this, I want to learn HTML at the basic level. The first thing, and this is to other people who teach and do tutorials, send people to Mozilla. Send people to MDN and tell them just read the docs. Take those tutorials first. They could watch YouTube videos. They could read books. They could do all this stuff. Send them to the MDN web docs. You know, this is going to be a short, like a YouTube short. If you teach web development, if you do tutorials, if you're doing JavaScript courses, React courses, whatever it is with web development courses, learn React, learn JavaScript, learn TypeScript, learn Node, learn Python, even. Send these aspiring web developers, software engineers, send them to the Mozilla developer docs. All right? That's all. I'm going to leave it at that. Send them there. And Mozilla can use the support too. It's such an amazing resource. So I got into that rant because I was talking about if you're into music and you're learning JavaScript, you want to learn JavaScript, you go to your web browser, MDN, Web Audio API. Okay? I'm going to have to add Mozilla MDN, Web Audio API, and things to the description of all this now. The Web Audio API provides a powerful, versatile system for controlling audio on the web, allowing developers to choose audio sources, add effects to audio. Very cool. Which there is very cool stuff out there, like a distortion pedal for a guitar that is, you plug your guitar into an audio interface, just like a digital audio workstation, and you have an effects pedal, where you can chain effects pedals together in your web browser. Look this stuff up. If you didn't know this existed, you do now. Thank me later. Audio visualizations and like spatial effects, panning. I think you can do like 5-point surround, maybe 7. I don't know what that's called with the 7 spatial panning. I'm just skimming this really quick. See if there's like something more just high level also that's worth mentioning. Like you can do, so this is cool. You can do background audio tasks. Actually, audio worklet. Here you go. Quick lesson on MDN. A lot of these are API specs. Some features are supported by all browsers. Some only some browsers. Some will be deprecated. Some will be still kind of in beta and not actually officially a part of the like ECMAScript official standards. So before you find some obscure kind of like browser API or thing, look at the date on it, look at the version, kind of scroll around. MDN docs are good at like having like a big box, they'll say yellow or red or like this is blue one. Note, here we go, exactly what I'm talking about. At this time, unfortunately, Chrome does not implement this algorithm in a manner that matches the current standard. I called it. Instead, it keeps the node alive if you return true and shuts down if you return false. And I don't even know what they're talking about. It's the audio worklet node. Yeah, the lifetime of an audio worklet processor. Enough about MDN. Send aspiring people, and 10, 20, 30 years software engineering experience, if like you're a senior veteran developer, still, sometimes just go to MDN. Maybe the answer's there. Maybe it's not in some random forum, right? Maybe it's in the spec somewhere. Maybe it's, especially if you're not like a JavaScript person and you're looking for a JavaScript answer, it's always good. Always good. Okay. I'm going to grab a sip of tea and Twitch API. And as I grab my tea, I'm going to mute for about 30 seconds and see if they're talking about anything cool and this derby stuff. Is that Jimmy? Oh, I should have went to Louisville today. There's a lot of celebrities like 45 minutes away from where I'm at. That'd be fun. That'd be so cool. Just call my friend and just go jump in the car. I could be in Louisville. I'm here streaming, teaching about MDN, why it's important. All right. I'm not a big TV person. When I watch television, I watch documentaries. I have, YouTube on my television, so I can chill in bed, lay there, and instead of watching like sitcoms and movies, I could like get in like a good 3-4 hours of some technical talk and be completely content. I know a little about a lot of things because things like that, and a lot of life experience. Only some. I know a lot about a very few amount. I know a lot about a very few amount of things. I know a lot about tons. I know a little about a lot of things. There. Got my tea. So just a second. Okay. I just thought of something. Quick lesson learned. Is if I'm going to take like a minute and it's a live stream, especially it's going to save the video. The video is going to be out there. Someone could be watching it 6 months from now and like, oh, this just went blank. How long am I going to be sitting here waiting? I need to throw up like a little sign, little message, be right back with like even like a timer counting down. That's I just thought about that. It's like, well, yeah. Speaking of, so we're going to get into Twitch. We're going to talk about Twitch. I wish I was streaming on Twitch. I've been having okay, my audio is well, no. Audio output capture. Check. Mic auxiliary capture. I guess I haven't noticed until now that these meters aren't here. Mute, unmute. I hope it's good. There we go. Oh, the top one's my desktop audio. Okay. I was worried. We're going to talk about Twitch. I wish I was streaming on Twitch because in 2 days of streaming, I actually had 4 random strangers come in, 2 of which we chatted a little bit. On YouTube, you're live and you don't have an audience and you're just starting out. Nobody's just popping in your channel and like hanging out. Twitch has a different culture. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go see what this person's doing, what this person's up to, what they're, there's a lot of just chatting channels. People just like hanging out. Oh, I'm playing a game. I'm building this game. I'm making 2D art. Today I clicked on a random Twitch user, and for context, again, have never been a Twitch user, never been like a content creator. Just started checking out Twitch. I have a 13-year-old son. Tell me about Twitch all the time, and I'm like, Twitch is really cool. Anyhow, I wish I was streaming on Twitch. I had some issues with the stream. I streamed for 5 hours, no problem. They don't save your streams in the way that YouTube does. It archives them. So if I stream live on YouTube, I can pull all that video down and produce videos out of it much easier at this point in Twitch. If I wouldn't say much easier, I'm not set up for it yet. So streaming on Twitch, I would end up with a video file, a separate audio file, because I was recording my audio on a separate device, and it's a lot of post-production work that I don't know how to do yet. So I'm gonna stream on Twitch later just to get people will pop in. They're like, oh, what's this person doing? People will pop in. It's pretty cool. So I'm gonna talk about Twitch, and I was talking about putting up a sign. If I step away for a minute, live streaming, say, be right back. Timer would be cool. Timer would be really cool. There's a lot of plugins and things like that. I'm sure YouTube has the same types of tools. Twitch has a lot of little widgets, UI widgets for your stream UI kit. So there is a KDE program called, oh look, here's the download from it because I just put it on this laptop, called Knotes. Little sticky note program. I have these down here in the bottom of my screen. These are different workspaces. So right now we're on workspace 2. I switched to workspace 1, that's the desktop background. There's workspace 3, workspace 4. I could fill like a whole workspace with just little stickies. I go here, Knotes. Pretty cool application. It's simple. There's barely any UI to it. But I'm going to show you what there's I do have a YouTube video prior to this one where I use these to make the background for the video. It looks kind of, it's like whoa, that's amazing. It's okay. The collection is hidden. Note will not be stored, but will be stored, not displayed. You want to show a collection? No. So I got a little icon down here. New note. You could do new note from clipboard, new note from text file. I'm just do new note. Stored in notes. Do not show 18 in excess arguments supplied. I just installed this, so I don't know what's up. Oh, collection. So here, look. Got some sticky notes. Here's what's cool. Right click on this thing. What's cool is that I could fill like a whole, like I say, I'm on a small monitor now. I've had like a big 48-inch TV filled with like diagrams, arrows, notes. Just using this, You know, it's not it's not like a SaaS product I have to pay for. There's no crazy UI. It's just like, oh, write a quick note about something. It saves automatically. You can name them. But here's what's cool. I use these sometimes in a more artistic graphic arts way. So let's say I'm going to do my username and like make it look cool. Display settings. I'm going to do the text color like lime green, like 80s retro hacker look. Lime green, more lime than that. There we go. And then the text color. Oh, I want the background to be black. I want the text color lime green. You can do the title font and the text font. I'm going to leave the time. I'm not going to screw with the title. I don't want to spend any time doing these. I spent like, on the one video, I made a bunch of stuff and too much time. I'm going to make this one like big 64. And you click on, I'm going to put my, you have to type in your text onto the note anyways, but if you want to see what your thing's going to look like, I'm going to do Haxer 492. I'm going to put like a space between them all. I'll leave the 492 together. I don't know why. And like I can flip between, just scroll. I'm just scrolling down through these different fonts. Whoa, my other machine has a lot more fonts. A lot more than this. That one looks sort of cool. I'm looking for my other machine has a lot more fonts than this. This is a raw, this is KDE Neon. Wait, no. This is, this is Linux Mint. See, get distro, we'll call it distro brain. I kind of like that. It's not like retro and it's like a Sharpie marker. I'm going to light Bengali. Bengali is a language, a dialect of Hindi. And if I'm, Bengali is an Indian language. I don't want to say it's a dialect of Hindi directly, because that could be completely wrong. I don't want to. Oh, fail. So I didn't get the font color. Preferences, display, text colors be lime green. Okay. Sometimes it takes like if you click off this, Keynotes is a little. It's not. I don't even call it buggy. It takes a second for it to pick up like a change. Let's do this again. On the spot and fail. Text color, lime green. Come on, Keynotes, don't be screwed. Don't be screwy. Background color, that. Boom. Now, H space A space X space. Do like that, right? Or this scroll bar. I don't want a scroll bar. Means I got to give it a little more height. The scroll bar will go away. Yep. And then if you want to not show this title, if I want to like use this, I know I'm like way out in left field here, not getting back to the Twitch API. And it didn't pick up my font. Oh yeah, it is on that. It is on the Bengali. I don't like it now that I see it more. The quick brown fox. I wish I was on my other machine. There are some really cool future ones. I'm bad about this. I could go through fonts like all day. Here. Now I'm going to retype it because it won't pick that up until I do H. There it goes. There we go. Bear with me. Hurrying up, hurrying up. Boom. Preferences on the title. Title font. Size 1. There'll still be a little something there, but barely. Make this taller. Get rid of the scroll bar. Get rid of this guy. Delete. No. Delete. So I could, I think I can just right click and possibly move this to desktop. Where are we at on 2? That's where, yep, so we're on desktop 2. So now in my video, I could use this and like have it as an overlay, right? You got it now. You got it now. You see why I just showed all that super simple Keynotes program. It's supposed to be for notes. I've repurposed it at times. You could do font, text align center. Okay. I'm still streaming. Audio looks good. Video still, camera still moving. All right. So what I was talking about, I'm going to say back in 30 seconds. Back in 60 seconds. How about that? It's 5:06. I'll be back by 5:07 and a half or 8. And then straight into the Twitch API. So if you're watching this, it's three months from now and you're just watching this, I'm coming right back. I'm not ending the stream. Sorry if there's some knocking around with the microphone. It's just it's a good set of earbuds, but it's not like a headset with a, so, you know, I'll get one. I have one. It's not good for, the microphone on these is better. Real quick, I know, a little ADHD before Twitch API. I had a second thought as I stepped away a second time. So we're going to bust out a keynote for this, and we're going to do stream notes. New note. Okay. We're going to leave this one yellow. It's like a little sticky note. And I'm going to collapse the OBS. There we go. And the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crease the font on this. You can configure this stuff for like defaults and set like templated, you know, preset ones. Make this a little bigger. Now watch, I type a little bit, so it'll be 10, and I type a little bit more. No, see, it takes a second for those preferences to kick in. It's just one little thing with keynotes. There we go. I'm gonna find out where their code base is stored and see if they're open to contributions, or there's just tiny little tweaks and features I would love to have in it. Just subtle little things, no, not even features. So we're going to say stream notes, and here in this case I'm going to just leave the date and, you know, the title is the date and time, so that I know when I did this it was about. Stream notes / learnings. It's just two things I want to jot down. If stepping away, have a message or timer up on screen, right? Here was the second thing. Why leave you in complete silence? Play like a little music. So, you know, play something in the meantime. Now let's say I wanted to keep streaming, I was like 5-minute break. I mean, come on, you keep people engaged. Like, all right, I'm gonna play this little video. I'm gonna play this song. Here's a quiz. Here's a trivia question. If there's an audience that's there to learn, say, you know what, I'm gonna step away for 5 minutes. Go look this up. Go read this and put in the comments what you thought about it, what you learned about, or, you know, random internet scavenger hunt. Everyone come back with and post what you got in Discord, or, you know, in the live stream comments. Post what you found. Who can find the who can find the funniest X doing Y, or, you know, who can find, you get where I'm going. You get really creative. But that's what this is, you know. Keep, and bottom line there, this is for my own. I'm learning to do this, and learning to do this with others. And so videos like this and these live streams, this is part of my discovery. I have a note over here from last night. So I brainstormed. I want users to follow my journey and experience the creative process, experience the journey of learning, and the creative process of streaming and content creation. And through this, I'm going to be doing, you know, daily recaps and things like that. And so, not just aspiring web developers, software related, tech related, anybody you're looking to start creating content, or you already do, or you're into marketing, or you're into entrepreneurship and you're looking at like social media engagement and building an audience and building a brand, whether it be a business brand, a product, around a product, or, you know, personal branding, social media, influential branding. I'm looking to, I'm at that point too. So maybe there's an audience out there that is able to have some good, positive, some valuable takeaways from me discussing these things as well. So, keep, like, you're at the movie theater and you, you get what I'm saying. And the actors are like, we're going to run to the restroom right at like the peak scene of the movie, or right at the like, keep viewers engaged. It's so simple, right? So simple. That's all. And it's not even a marketing thing. That's not like a strategy. That's just common sense. So, if I'm going to step away, live stream, I'm not going to stop it. I'm going to put up a message with a timer, something to do or to listen to or to go check out or learn and come back with. I mean, and let's say streamers might do this. I don't know. You get like a couple thousand people or 100 people, 10 people say, hey, it's a contest, right? It's a contest. Be back in 3 minutes. Post down here what you got. That's engagement. That's more than just listening to someone talk, watching someone do something. You could be writing a piece of code and say, you know what, this next function I'm going to write, it's going to do this, this, and this. Who could send me how you would write the function, right? And then the viewers and the person streaming, they could all discuss it, right? Throw ideas back and forth. Just the ideas are limitless, really. So let's talk about Twitch API. But it's important. Write this little note. And this whole time, look, back in 60s, it says this whole time. Back in 60s, I don't know. That's what Keynote's like pretext was, I guess, or that was the font. We're gonna do it like 492. Okay. So I've got my notes over here. I'm gonna leave them up here and grab this so we can read the top. Oh, I just pulled the SkilleDB tab out of there. Okay. Excuse me. Twitch API provides the tools and data used to develop Twitch integrations. The data models and systems are designed to provide relevant data in an easy, consistent, and reliable way. Super important. Think about that. Easy, consistent, reliable. For the full list of endpoints that you can use in your integration, explore the reference. So we're going to open the reference in a new tab as well. And now I'm going to bring these to the front, make this full. Well, I can leave the keynotes back there. There's a way. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. We're going to open them. Show all notes. Check this out. Keep above others. Keep above others. Haha. And now, if I can get a hold of this window, I can close my software manager from earlier. If I can get a hold of this window, I'm not even using a mouse right now. My main laptop is still installing things, and it looks like I have warnings and error messages. It says a start job is running for the update the operating system while offline. Big things are happening over there. So my keyboard, my mouse are all still plugged into that and a big monitor. All right, let's keep going. My point is, yes, I'm using like little touchpad laptop. Click, click. All right. The Twitch APIs uses OAuth 2 for authentication. If you plan to use some of the extension-related endpoints, you also need to learn how to get JSON JWT tokens. You either know what that is or you don't. The important part here, we're taking a bird's eye overview look at this. I don't know about this. This is why it's like, do they have an API? Yes, they have an API. I want a bird's eye view over it. So you can interact with their system just as if you were on the website and you click a button. You could send a request to their servers from a program, from a script, from some automated process running on a server, or from like another website, from another like browser UI button somewhere, where you click that button and it'll take an action on their website, on their API, and presumably send you back data or trigger some action to happen to some data within their platform. So let's check out the reference. Well, let's scroll down. Yeah, next steps. Yeah, that's it. Let's look at the reference. So just was what I was saying about triggering actions. Start a commercial. Starts a commercial on a specified channel. Get an ad schedule. Snooze an ad. So they have an ad system. The streamer, from what I've read and experienced so far, the streamer does have control over who gets seen ads. Like if you remember, like you can get a subscription so it's like no ads. I think streamers can control how many ads and when they're shown. So some may show more or less, or they may show more ads but they're shorter, or they may only show a few ads that are, 30 seconds to up to like a couple minutes worth long, and they get some small, pennies amount for the amount of viewers that see that ad. Pennies, it adds up, I guess. So with the API, let's stop right there at this whole. Let's stop right there. Get an ad schedule. The very first one, start commercial. Let's see how this, one endpoint works. Start commercial. Starts a commercial on the specified channel. Only partners and affiliates may run commercials, and they must be streaming live at the time. So an affiliate has a certain certain level of like streaming user. Like you've had this many streams with this many hours with this many average viewers. That makes you an affiliate. You get this, this, and this, and then partner is like next to your level up. So what it's saying, like only the broadcaster may start a commercial. So this goes back to what I'm saying. A broadcaster, they can choose how to, when they want to show ads or not. It's kind of cool. It's empowering, really, for the streamer, the broadcaster, in their language here. So I could have a script running that I can send this post request to, this with a broadcaster ID, and I can trigger commercial, start a commercial. The power of this, the real power of this, is when, well, you're the broadcaster, you're streaming, you're playing a game in front of your 1,000 viewers. It's commercial time. You're not stopping to like click over on some admin user interface to say, Oh, commercial time. No, it's like you. So you could little scripts, little like plug-in scripts that are running within your channel. Say at this time or during this stream, at time X and time Z, uh, start commercial. And the reason you would have this in a script is because it's dynamic. You could program it again at this time. At this time, show this. At this time, show this. Um, if this condition is true for this type of stream and this type of user, these types of users only, start commercial. That's why programmatic, uh, that's why there's an interface, an API for interacting with their features in code, which is 9 out of 10 times like the value and purpose of a public, like a company like Twitch having a public API with their data, and it's free to use. There's no subscription or fee to use this. I already read that somewhere. So like get started, what do I need to get started? You got to register an application. All Twitch integrations require you to register your app with Twitch. For information about how to register an app, register your app. For this exercise, use the following information to register your app. Set your name, your OAuth redirect URLs to localhost, so you can develop against your like local machine. Choose any category. I'm gonna make sure this TV is not loud. I can just hear it a little bit. I don't want it to be bleeding into this. New secret to generate a secret. You got an OAuth token. This is like setting up your OAuth token. Here's a curl call. And so I'm going to zoom in on this. So this is the type of response you'd get. Here was the creation, the broadcaster type, description, supporting third-party developers, building Twitch integrations. This call has like some sort of ID. ID might be specific to the broadcaster and what's being created. It could be specific to the API call itself. It could be a unique number that just represents this individual single request that came through, so they can track and log this. Offline image URL, profile image URL. Okay. Oh, look. They have a command line interface to interact with the API too. Download and install Twitch CLI. Both options will add the CLI to your path. If you have trouble installing or running it, there's help on Discord server. On Linux, do this, or on Mac, use Brew. On Windows, use that stuff. There's a manual download. Twitch, a simple CLI tool for the new Twitch API and webhook products. See, this is awesome. This is the time if you want to if you're on Twitch and you're wanting to stream, like you're a power user, this is the time to really learn this API. I'm going to learn this API. This is like, I've only had so many streams. I'm like, this is something I know is valuable to look into, dig into. I may end up doing, this may be one of my main things. Who knows? I fall into things, and I know when they're, once I do, it's like, I know whether it's for me or not. This might be for me right here. This is interesting stuff. There's a lot of capability here. There's a lot of opportunity here, and useful, useful creative things that could happen. So there's a CLI. The commands are, API. You can configure your Twitch CLI event is used to test your webhook call or WebSocket client. There's a help command, of course. Mock API used to call the mock Twitch API, which returns mock data. This is what's cool. Yep, you can like play around and test with this stuff without like again mock data, without using real data or triggering real events in the production Twitch system, especially against your own like broadcaster account. And so when I'm learning something, and I know that I'm not going to start messing with the Twitch API right now, but when I'm looking through documentation like this, I'm going to peruse around this. Something I am going to do is, see, Homebrew used to not be on Linux. So I always get confused. I'm like, Homebrew on Linux? But something I will do, though, because it's exciting, things that have a API. What is the console on Mint? Terminal. There we go. On Ubuntu, it's like, yeah. So, I'm going to zoom a little bit. I'm going to hide this, there's a reason. What was it? Brew install Twitch. Brew install Twitch step. Here, I'm going to copy it. Linux. I have my normal keyboard. I pasted wrong, so it kind of like, yeah. Move this stuff out of the way. Yeah, brew not found. Qbrew from this, sudo app install Qbrew or see. Use Homebrew for Linux. App. See, now I'm going left field, aren't I? Apt-get install Homebrew. Let's see what happens. I just switched like, whoa, whoa. I'm still streaming. I'm going back to the browser. I don't know what just happened. I have no idea what just happened. I swiped my palm across the keypad, the touchpad. Was I using Chrome or Firefox? I just closed I just like swiped closed what I had up. It's like, yep, live television. Live television. Here we go. It relaunched them for me. I think I put my palm on it and actually tapped the X without, like I went and tapped that X. No jokes about saying that, because that came out bad. Tap that X. Horrible. So you can broadcast. You can get a lot of very valuable. They save your streams. It's called like VOD, video on demand. I think for 12 days, and then Um, so let's say you have stream markers and you want to create clips out of them and you know the times and stuff. Like let's say now, you could get this could be useful. It sounds tedious to me actually. What does it entail to? Let's see what it entails to create a stream clip from a stream. Create clip API. It's easy to use. Specify the ID of the broadcaster, whose stream you want to take a clip from. Whoa, this is really powerful. So we're talking about clipping other streamers. The user access token. Why would? Well, I know why you would, but so you can be watching a stream, someone else's stream, and you can clip. You can like mark a clip and it records for what does it say? 90 seconds. I think it's like 30, 60, 90. You just start recording a little segment of their live stream. Getting clips, getting videos, moderating a broadcaster's chat. Yeah, there's like there's like mod bots, moderation bots, and other bots. There's some AI. I don't know what to call it AI. There's some language driven bots that look for like I was streaming, or I was not streaming. I was watching a stream and someone had typed in chat, "Oh, what time is it there where you're at?" Right? And the person I was watching was like DJing, and they're not gonna stop and answer. Like they're getting down. They're like getting down. They're not gonna stop and answer. Oh, what I'm in this country. It's this time here. At 3 a.m. The it was called. I think their bot was called Nightbot. Actually, it like chimed in and was like, "So and so is located in this region, and it is this time there right now." So the bot answered. I actually asked. I put in chat. I said, "Whoa, what is this song?" And the bot answered for the streamer, magically, and said, "Oh, each current artist and song is in the top left of the broadcaster's scene there." And I didn't really even notice it. It was just like text that I wasn't paying attention. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, it's right there." But the bot took care of that. So that's done with this Twitch API. Get a broadcaster's clips, get a game's clips. You could do really cool stuff with this. I don't know what it means for the privacy and integrity of an ownership of a streamer's content. Like, can I just go start getting clips of other people's streams and using them? I would say if there's with good intentions, possibly. I bet and then Twitch probably uses their own API. They use their own endpoints, their own API then to like, we're going to grab these clips from these streamers in this category that are at this have high viewership. We're gonna display this to users who consume that category of content. We're gonna give them a list of clips from those broadcasters. So, content suggestion thing. That's guarantees Twitch uses, like, they wrote their API for themselves to use. This is exposed to their users and then third parties as well. Get a games clips. Get a specific clip. All right, I'm going to wrap up the Twitch section talk this evening on this. And the Derby's going to run here in a little bit. But we're going to talk about we're going to look over these Twitch chat and chatbots. It's interesting when you see things like this, always mention or like within documentations, whenever there's a little call out like this, again, like earlier I was talking about the MDN docs, pay attention to these. That's why they're emphasized. It's just saying that reviews for extensions, organizations, games, and chatbot verification are paused because they're revising their processes. We're working to resume reviews as quickly as possible, and we'll share updates with you shortly. Thank you for your patience and understanding. There's something here. So, okay, chatbot verification. So, if you have a chatbot, it must be verified. It must be reviewed. You have an extension in a game or in a chatbot, or it has to be reviewed by them for verification. Makes a lot of sense. And right now, their reviews are paused because they're revising their verification and review process. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Twitch, an IRC interface. Wait. Twitch provides an IRC interface. If you don't know what IRC, Internet Relay Chat, is, look it up. That lets chatbots connect to Twitch chat rooms using a WebSocket or TCP. Once connected, bots can send and receive chat messages. Simple enough. That's how they get connected to the channel's chat room. It's actually a really good way of doing it. It's just IRC. Normal message flow. Let's look at like something. Authenticating with the server, messages, connecting to the Twitch IRC server. The event subscription stuff might be really cool. I feel like if I click on that, it's going to be like a rabbit hole. It said event sub, so I'm imagining you can have a bot or a script subscribe, be connected to an endpoint that's listening for certain events, and then you can be another server or some program, some little script somewhere or some service can be notified this event happened and then trigger some sort of functionality from that. Getting a game analytics report, getting extension analytics report, getting a creator's goals. Yeah, you can set, so creators can set goals. Like I'm shooting for 100 followers. I'm shooting for an average of this many viewers engaged in chat. So again, these are like built right on top of probably their main production API endpoints, or they're the same ones. I'm interested in the CLI though. I'm a sucker for command line interfaces that interact with third-party services and open APIs. I'm gonna check my stream stuff. Everything looks good. Hopefully it sounds good. Hopefully I don't have like fans spinning. It's good. Do I have Spotify on here? Watch, I start this and I'll totally kill this. It's what happened before. Spotify. I feel like OBS and Spotify are both trying to like use the same audio library or something. And I'm going to, so that's super high level. Just wanted to look at some of the features of the Twitch API and talk about and like discover like what it's about, why you would use it, and like infer why. And I know where the documentation is. You are an expert in all the capabilities. You would come here and you would learn about the 2 or 3 and consuming, and you would like work out that little feature of what you want to make happen through this with this documentation. Very few people are like, well, I could be wrong. There's probably, I'm trying to say that very few people are like, this is not, you don't go here and try to like memorize all the function calls. Makes sense? It may sound like like common sense, but if someone's watching this 2 years from now, it's like, this is not a programming language. This is not a you spend your time where it's needed, right? So what I wanted to do is I just wanted to find out about the Twitch API, what types of things are available. So when I do go to use it and I can think about, how might I use it? I can go in and I can find the endpoints and the functions to call, what data is going to come back, and how I can interact with it, and the events that I can like trigger on their platform or like on my own broadcast channel. So you don't come here and just like read for the fun of it. You come here, like find what you need, study it a little bit, understand it, and get hands-on with it. Get this command line interface going, start calling the endpoint, seeing what you get back. And then they had the mock data endpoint. So yeah, you get in there, you play in the sandbox. You play in the sandbox, start making sand castles, then you make the real castle. So I'm closing Twitch API stuff. And I'm going to get homebrew on Linux. Not now. And we're going to glance around here at the KentuckyDerby.com official YouTube channel. So this is the 150th Kentucky Derby. Big deal. They got some cool stuff. Horse anatomy. If you want to geek out on some horses, horse anatomy is fascinating. They're the people who like hardcore horse bettors. You know, there's professional poker players. There's people who are like full-time horse race bettors, and they don't call it gambling because it's not supposed to be gambling. It's horse race betting. Fun fact. Here's what I was talking about anatomy is I just wanted to, and this is like a real obvious thing. Everyone, there's
Ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, kurinam, kurinam, līdz rītam izturam. Ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, kurinam, kurinam.
Tu bremzē vai tu gāzē, saki man biedri, tev finišs vai tik startē. Saki man biedri, vai gatavs tu bombardēt, vai ir vēl pulveris tavās petardēs.
Ir gāzi grīdā, masē to gāzi grīdā, spritā lai rītā, manā kastē jāmeklē man rītā. Ir gāzi grīdā, masē to gāzi grīdā, spritā lai rītā, manā kastē, kaut kur no rītā.
Ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, kurinam, kurinam, līdz rītam izturam. Ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, kurinam, kurinam, līdz rītam izturam.
Garāģis lupā, draugs nedomā te buksēt. Garāģis lupā, vairs neder mājās rulsēt. Garāģis lupā, gatavs dāmas degustēt, lai varu saprast, ar ko man mājās dusēt.
Dzīve kā limonāde, garšīga kā magāze, šonakt mēs dedzinām, sprīdzinām, it kā mēs bagnāde. Dzīve kā limonāde, garšīga kā magāze, šonakt mēs sprīdzinām, it kā mēs bagnāde.
Ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, kurinam, kurinam, līdz rītam izturam. Ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, kurinam, kurinam, līdz rītam izturam. Ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, ballējam neguļam, kurinam, kurinam, līdz rītam izturam.
Motherfuckers. Muitas no rajančika, ikdiena nesteidzīga, dzīvīte bezbēdīga. Muitas no rajančika, ikdiena nesteidzīga, dzīvīte bezbēdīga. Baumoka, mūsu rajonā neredzēs venten, tāpat kā neredzēs Reinika meiten. Mūsu rajonam kreisē iet secen, tāpat kā Reiniks Eirovīzijai.
Gribi ko saldu, uzliec lauri, vai arī nē, nezāls ir jāizkauj. Seko līdzi, ko tava mute mauj, rajonā pret vēju labāk nespļauj.
Laiks ir naudas, skaito rūpīgi, novērst skatienu, tā pazūd mudīgi.
Laiks ir tā kā Reiniks skrien, rajonā tam respekt nav aizvien.
Muitas no rajančika, ikdiena nesteidzīga, dzīvīte bezbēdīga. Muitas no rajančika, ikdiena nesteidzīga, dzīvīte bezbēdīga. Balamute, balamute, Rajonā nav ko lieki muti brūvēt, labāk savēlt savas rokas dūrē, pirms tu dodies rajona kūrē.
Puikas sevi pasniedz kā svēto, bet šūts veļās ārā tad, kad tvīto. Grib lekties, aplauž spārnus, kas par bērnu gājieniem mērīt krānus.
Rajonā limitējam saskari, ja džekis sadomājās, ka ir stāri.
Rajonā puikas kā barbāri, hrum hrum un tevs nav kā lobarī.
Puikas no rajončika, ikdiena nesteidzīga, dzīvīte bezpēdīga. Puikas no rajončika, ikdiena nesteidzīga, dzīvīte bezpēdīga. Lai deglis deg, lai tas deg, lai rajonā ir gaišs. Lai deglis deg, lai tas deg, lai būtu gaišs. Lai deglis deg, lai tas deg, lai rajonā ir gaišs. Lai deglis deg, lai tas deg, lai būtu gaišs.
Excuse me, I'm coughing. I had fun there for a second. The horse race is picking up here. I left my remote real quick. 1 second. I apologize that there's probably some bad mic sounds there. Should have muted. Mute yourself when, I'm not even putting that as a note, it's comments. It's mute yourself when you're going to fumble a mic around. Or ram your knee into your desk. That was Bermuda Distros. I don't know how to say her name. I slaughtered it. Really interesting group. It's like these dudes are major pop stars in Latvia and in Europe, and I believe they did tour in the United States at some point. I'm talking huge. You think the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and the Jonas Brothers were big? I mean, they are international stars. These dudes are. Their music's a lot better than any of those bands. They can sing. They got like this Latvian, Russian swagger. All right. I'm going to turn the horse race stuff down. Oh. I think it's raining there. I think the track is soaked. That's a big deal. No, it's not. They were showing an old clip. Make sure my audio's up. Yeah, I've got audio meters. See them right here. I had fun with my little note here. I think I'm on to something. You're watching this in the future. You know, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Super simple. Sometimes the answers things can just be real simple. Like I'm using a sticky note app to make signage for my video, right? Overlays. Overlays before they're not overlays. Yeah, and I followed my own little advice there. I'm going to leave for 5 minutes, take a little break, leave up, I kind of like the yellow, black. Yeah, it's cool, you know. I'm going to make more. I have, here I'll go to what I've put on here so far. Again, my username is Haxer492, also on Twitch and Twitter and TikTok. I'm streaming about software, web development, live coding, software practices, tutorials, lessons, Q&As, looking at the tech industry, news, entrepreneurship, science, something that I've been as a hobby studying for the last 6 months to a year is bioinformatics, the bioinformatics industry, and software and data science. Fascinating amount of work and new developments going on. Pause that. Winona Judd. Winona Judd is at the tournament. Winona Judd is at Churchill Downs Kentucky Derby singing the national anthem. I'm at Twitter just for Haxer 492. I don't know if I have a login to. I don't know if I have a login on this machine for Twitter. color. These setting colors were 20 random colors, or also sometimes it's a little bit custom. It's supposed to be experiments in cellular automated. I can't say it. I'm not a scientist. Automaton. I'm gonna save myself and not go further, and I will sometime come back to this and make a whole video about what that is and how to pronounce it. But it's like generator. That's what I use the type of banner. And so I'll make every site, every social account have the same thing. Just use branding. And I decided